All right. Welcome back to Eyes Open Media. Okay, it's been a busy morning, busy afternoon as I put 3 breaking news articles out at the same time. So if you're listening to this or watching this video, there's 2 other breaking news videos on the main channel out right now. Okay, so let's get into the breaking news. Full victory achieved in Mosul. Full victory achieved in Mosul. Now, today we heard from the commander that 90% of Western Mosul is liberated. 90%. That means 10% is left. That means we are coming into final hours, okay, of Western Mosul. Now, of course, the Nineveh Command Center map does not show that, but it is what it is. That's coming from a top commander. And here we have an article, breaking news article about full victory achieved in Mosul and the treatment of sleeper cells. Okay, so it says security expert Amir Saadi on Wednesday that, and remember, here I go again. I told you guys, Tuesdays into Wednesdays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Nobody on the internet even no one on the internet even recognized those patterns until Currency 365 brought it to the world. Tuesdays into Wednesdays. Those are the days for big news. It's a pattern that I've been seeing for a long time. And yesterday was just Tuesday and Wednesday were just filled with breaking news. It was unbelievable, the news coming out especially last night. Okay, so today is Thursday, but this was last night. Anyway, so let's continue. So it says that the victory is fully achieved in the city of Mosul, although there are neighborhoods that have not been resolved their liberation, but those are little small pies, right? It's minuscule to the overall Mosul, okay, which is 99% liberated, since Western Mosul is 90% liberated. Okay, and it's smaller than Eastern Mosul, so that would put us around 99% of Mosul's liberated. So let's see here. So Al Saadi said that the victory is fully achieved in the city of Mosul, although some neighborhoods are not liberated, but the decisive victory has been achieved. That's what 99% of it is done. Noting that the change calling the name of the neighborhood July 17 to the neighborhood of stability shows me a significant decline, which declares the victory of the armed forces. Okay. Now he's talking about July 7th. I think, was that July 7th, 17th of 2016 when Fallujah was completed, and then they were going to begin the phase of Mosul, and then something held it back all the way till October. Maybe the Americans and the Peshmergas were going through it in July, and they didn't want nobody to see that. And then once the Americans and the Peshmergas were completed, then they allowed the Iraqi forces and the PMUs and the popular crowd. The Hashed and whatever these people are called. All these different names. We hear popular crowd, PMU, Hashed, Iraqi forces, international force, coalition forces, joint operational forces, or whatever the case. All of these people then were able to then go into Mosul in October. Why was it such a long wait from July to October? Maybe because the Americans and the Peshmergas were going in there one more time to do the job, and then they were going to allow the Iraqi forces to go in and edit and cleanse and mop up, and that's what they've been doing. Now, of course, if Daesh is hiding places, they kill them, so that makes it look like they're actually in combat, but they're really there to edit and cleanse and mop. And Daesh was hiding in places while they were editing, and they got to take them out. So it makes it look like they're in war when they're really not in war. They are in war, but they're not really in war. They're there to edit and mop and cleanse. Okay, and then when Daesh resists or if Daesh is fined or find hidden in places, or when the citizens act up and want to go against the forces, then they put it on camera and say, we're fighting Daesh in this area, in this stronghold, and there's maybe like 14 teenagers that they're fighting, really, in reality. So that's the propaganda that they've been feeding the world. Okay, so enough rambling on that. It says, we declare victories of the armed forces. It is only a few days before the announcement of victory, he said. Only a few days. I wonder if that announcement is going to be on the April 15th. You know, the day that we gave Liberation Day for the real-time map. Now, we gave Liberation Day for the Nineveh Command Center map on April 23rd. This Friday, I will make the new announcements of liberation of the maps, of the real-time map, if we can get a real-time map from one of you guys on 365 page, and the Nineveh Command Center map. So on Friday, I would either keep the days the same, or we'll change them. Okay, so let's see here. It says our security situation in the city of Tikrit, the center of the province of Salah al-Din, said Saadi. The focus of anarchism, focus on the targeting of security and stability, and to try to stabilize the ground to obtain a military victory in today's exploits some pockets in the left-hand area of the province. Shirak. But there are areas that can infiltrate from them are urging. The security experts stress the need to address sleeper cells waiting for 0 hour to carry out terrorist operations. Okay, so what he's basically saying is there's places in is it Turkuk or Turkreek? Tikrit or whatever it is. Okay, so the city of Tikrit, on Tuesday evening, 2 suicide bombings in the city center resulted in the death of 31 people. So basically what he's saying is that because of the liberations are going, and because of the success of Mosul, many of these terrorist groups have sleeper cells in many of the provinces, and waiting for their time to just explode bombs or run into malls and just explode themselves into people. So they have to be careful, because there's a lot of secret sleeper cells in provinces all around Iraq, because the focus has been so much on Mosul the last 5 months that a lot of these people got together and they created these secret cells in different districts and provinces in Iraq. And once they give us Mosul, they're going to then probably explode different secret cells all around the Iraq. Maybe 1 a day, 2 a day in different areas, just to create that instability and remove the security and stability and security from Iraq. Okay, and I'm pretty sure Maliki's behind this. Maliki knows that Mosul is about to be completed, so probably he told his goons to get people out there in different provinces. So once they give us Mosul, once somebody announces Mosul or plants the flag in Mosul and everybody celebrates, bombs are going off all around Iraq, and that removes the stability and security. Okay, and that puts Iraq back in chaos situation. Even though it's not really chaos, it's just a sleeper cells that are exploding themselves. Basically, they're killing their own cells, but they're just trying to bring chaos and remove that stability and security from Iraq. So they have to watch out on that. They just had one in Tikrit, and 31 people were dead. They had several of them actually in the last couple of days. So they're doing it now because they're trying to remove the focus off of completing Mosul, but that's just not going to work. As you see, they're already saying full liberation is here, full victory in Mosul is here, and then we had the commander today say that Mosul is Western Mosul is 90% completed. So they're not going to be able to stop it. So it doesn't matter what they do. Let's see here. It says Iraq to receive $350 million under the name of emergency loans. Okay, so they said the head of the reconstruction fund of affected areas, Mustafa Hiti, on Thursday gave Iraq 350 million under the name of emergency loans. The funding of the fund depends on the 2017 budget and grants from the World Bank and donor countries. And remember, this is all for reconstruction. This is all for reconstruction. This is all for reconstruction. This is not going to the pockets of Iraqi government people. This is all for reconstruction. The grant of Iraq is 350 million. Now he's calling it a grant, but it's not a grant; it's a loan. They're borrowing money in there, and so I don't know why he's calling it a grant. Because he says up top that it's an emergency loan. It's not a grant. But anyways, he said the grant of Iraq is $350 million under the name of emergency loan, and $148 million were distributed to 3 affected provinces. Okay, so he also said that Kuwait has provided support to Iraq through the survey of the affected areas, and the liberated areas will be reconstructed through cooperations with local governments in the provinces. And then here's a part that's really exciting. He says the ministries and local and international companies to participate. That's all we need. That's all we need to know. Okay, so they're about to allow the international communities to participate in the reconstruction of the areas, okay, that are affected by the terrorist operations. Okay, allocations of 100 million to the health sector. Okay, so that is the key right there. The ministries and local and international companies are going to or are about to participate in the exhibition for the purpose of reconstruction of the areas affected by terrorism. How does the international companies come in to participate? You have to lift your value and remove your restrictions. You don't have to lift your value. You just got to remove the restrictions so people can bring money in and out and be able to, export in and out, import, export in and out, bring your money in and out, free capital flow in and out, free economy in and out. Okay, so they don't have to actually lift the value, but they need to remove all restrictions. Okay, so that's awesome. So that was a key right there. That if he just said local companies to participate, then I'd have been like, oh gosh. But he says local and international companies can't participate until they have free capital to go and come in and out, free flow of money in and out with no restrictions. They can be able to take money in and out and back to their countries in and out, to pay their workers and all things like that nature. So that's awesome. And then let's see here. If you guys, I'm not sure. Yeah, I did post this article in the comment section yesterday about SDIQD recovering. And I just want to go down to this part down here. And I think I read this before. It says, with the economic boom led by the oil industry in Iraq, the national currency will rise eventually to reflect the true value of the oil indispensability of the country. It is likely to happen up when the central bank raises the value of the IQD. So basically they're saying that with the economic boom led by the oil industry, so that's telling you that the oil prices are going to be rising and really soon. Okay, and I think it's going to be probably after the confusion, when the WebBot report said there was going to be confusion until May. So I think we're going to see oil rise between maybe late May. Significantly, we're going to see oil rise significantly, probably late May, June, July, August, and that's going to give Iraq that economic booming they need, and they know that it's coming, so they're going to be able for them to bring in the international world and raise the value here in the next under the next 55 days or whatever we have left of our bodies emerging out of Chapter 7. So this is awesome, good news. 3 breaking news this morning about Article 8. The one was Article 8. I mean, no, not Article 8. One was Article 140. for disputed areas. The other one was the commander said that 90% of Western Mosul is done, and then we had this article about full victory achieved in Mosul, and preparing for sleeper cells that are going to come up, and they're already happening now. Okay, so that's it for me. Eyes open. I'll talk to you guys in a couple of hours with the map update, and then I'll see if anybody else has brought any type of other news, and I'll also post other things on the main channel. If there's any more breaking news, then I'll come back to do that tonight for the main channel. If not, I'm gonna rest my voice until the map, and then that's it for me. And then everybody else will be any other videos will be other people talking. Okay, not me. All right, so that's it for me. Bye. Eyes open.